Hi, welcome to Module 2 or Part 2 of your interview mastery course. And this is the interview stage and preparation for the interview stage that I really want to talk to you about the importance of preparation and in particular the importance about understanding your body, your physiology and how you use it in an interview situation or in a situation where you're having a very important conversation or a presentation. And this is an area that's sometimes neglected by people because, like all of us, we think we're going to be okay. We do a certain amount of preparation and then we walk into the interview, we sit down, and we don't even know how we're sitting. We're not even sure how we're facing the people that we're being interviewed by, what we're doing with our facial expressions, with our hands, with our body. Sometimes I've even trained people in preparing for interviews, and we'll sit down and we'll do a role play and their voice is great, their facial expressions are terrific. Even the way they're holding their body isn't too bad. They're sitting fairly straight and they appear interested. But yet, one shoulder will be slightly turned away or from the person, sort of giving the impression, at this sort of unconscious level that there is a lack of maybe interest or maybe a lack of confidence or an insecurity. And I don't want you to be really so self-conscious about how you're sitting or how you're standing or, when you meet somebody, what every part of your body is doing or your voice or your facial expressions. But I want you to have awareness about how you hold yourself in terms of these conversations and when you're with people and what happens, in your face, so to speak, what's happening, what are people seeing. This is where a camera can be really, really helpful. And I know I said in the introduction the camera can, in some cases, destroy confidence. If you get a chance to video yourself, in a mock, just sitting down having a conversation with somebody, if someone will then, a third party perhaps just take a video of you, you can see how you stand and how you sit. Sometimes it's really confronting when we look back at how we are sitting. And you wonder, what am I thinking there? Because this is stuff that we do naturally and we do unconsciously. Body language, let me go through it little bit by little bit here, or stage by stage. Body language includes literally how we hold our body, how we stand, how we sit, how we're facing, where our body's facing, how it's facing. And the recommendation in interviews in particular is to have a very positive, straight spine if you can. But I've worked with people where that's not possible. There's an injury, there's a body memory there that prevents somebody from doing that. So, my response if they ask me about that is that you sit as comfortably as you can. You sit in such a way that it gives the impression, which you really are, making the most in terms of having attention on the other people in the interview, the people that are interviewing you. Very important. So how we sit. And again, I'll encourage people before going into interviews to spend time beforehand just watching people. Just watch what they do with their bodies. And if you get the chance to be in a social function and you watch people meet, never met before, after a while you'll even watch them doing something similar with their body, because they're mirroring or they're matching body language at a very unconscious level. And one of the reasons why, physically what you're doing with your body, your literally your physiology in an interview is so important is because people like people that are like themselves or like who they want to be. And there's a link in the booklet to a video by Tony Robbins. They're his exact words, and I must give him credit. This is how people, they build relationships quickly, they build rapport, build trust with people that have similar belief systems. In other words, that are like themselves or like the person they'd like to be. And you can use body language, not in a way that you might manipulate people or give an impression of someone other than yourself, but you can subtly use it in order to help you feel more comfortable with that person by mirroring or matching what they're doing with their body. And you don't have to do it very obviously. If somebody's perhaps crossing the back of the heel across their ankle, sitting that way, you don't have to actually do the same thing as them. You might do it with your hands. There might be other ways that you can mirror and match. I don't want this to be a full-on body language tutorial for you on video because there's enough in the workbook, but I want you to be aware of body language. The next stage is, what do we do with our voice? How do we use our voice? And particularly in interviews, there's probably two things that people do with their voice. There's more than that, but I'm going to pick two in this particular video to concentrate on. One is that they speak too fast, and the other is that they speak too slow. And modulating your voice to a level and to if you like, a frequency that people can understand you, so that you're not speaking too fast, can be challenging. And again, this is where practice really comes in. And again, a video camera can give you an idea of how fast you're talking or how slow you're talking. There's other things with the voice, of course, and I'll go with these in a later video, but whether we're too loud, too soft, whether there's enough variation in our voice, or our voice is monotone and just one level, which most people, I guess, really have that anyway. Anyway, I encourage you to get into the workbook, go through the section on body language. There's two videos that I highly recommend you look at. One of them is on Tony Robbins. There's another one there from a wonderful woman called Amy Cuddy on body language, and she particularly emphasizes body language in difficult, stressful interactions such as interviews. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. Thank you.